Alright, so more recently we got the, I think it was leaks. I'm not sure if they've been officially revealed yet. I know we had the teaser trailer, but I'm not sure if the cards themselves have been revealed yet. But we got Mimighouls. Mimighouls, it's the new TCG exclusive archetype that is going to be coming in info alongside the Fiendsmiths, the new Maxi, Moon Maiden. Is that actually all that's coming in info? I feel like there should be so much more. Oh yeah, and 10 support. It feels like there should be more, but I cannot fucking name another card that's good out of that set. But hey, the Mimighouls might be good. They're not. Alright, so what is a Mimighoul? Pretty much they're just very silly flip monsters. The idea is you have them in your hand, you give them to your opponent in face down defense position, and then you manually flip them during your opponent's turn using card effects like a Master or Room, I guess. And then they will have an effect where Dragon just blows up the board. Archfiend will draw you a card, may force your opponent to discard a card, and Cerberus will just banish top 3 cards from your opponent's deck and then special summon one of them to your field. So, is this good? It's really up in the air. And now it's gonna fucking pain me to say this, and these two decks that I've created here today are the combination of me going fucking insane right after saying the sentence, but it's gonna need the second wave of support. It's so painful to say because I've said it for like every fucking TCG exclusive archetype every time I see one. It's like, oh, Tristina, they just need a second wave of support. I didn't say it for Ascended because I wasn't fucking interested in Ascended. I didn't read a single one of those cards. I said it for Gold Pride, Liberamancer. Magic Key's not a TCG exclusive archetype. Goaty, just pretty much every deck under the sun. So, let's just go over the cards real quick. Archfiend, as we just described, will draw you a card, force your opponent to discard a card. It has the generic effect where it can summon itself to the field. And it also has a on-summon effect where you can change a face-down monster on the field to face-up attack position, where it basically just flips the guy. Oh yeah, also, our second half of that effect is it will give itself back to you, so pretty much it just does all its effects on your opponent's side of the field, and then it will hand itself back to you. It's pretty neat. Cerberus is the one that banishes free from the top of the deck, and prevents your opponent from targeting face-up spells you control with card effects. There's only one face-up spell card in the archetype, and that's Dungeon, so there's not really a reason to use this. This is probably the most cuttable card in the deck, honestly. I would consider replacing this with a second Archfiend. Alright, next up we have Free Dragon. When flipped, it destroys all monsters your opponent controls, and then if it's normal or special summon, you just get to add a Mimighoul spell trap. Then after that we have Master. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect while your opponent controls any face-down monsters. Or you control a Mimighoul monster other than the Master. And you can only use each of the following effects once per turn, and if it is normal summoned, you can add a Mimighoul monster from your deck to your hand and accept it's another copy of itself. And during the main phase, you can just target a face-down defense position monster and then flip it. So this is pretty alright, actually. It's pretty much a Stratos plus flip. This guy does everything you want it to. Then we have Dungeon, all Mimighoul monsters that you control that were not summoned this turn gain attack equal to their original defense, which is decent-ish. Yeah. And also, if a player controls a face-down monster, they cannot normal summon, nor can they declare an attack with monsters the turn they are special summoned. Pretty much just giving everything any special summon monster's summoning sickness, and also just acting like a big floodgate. And then also during the main phase, you can add a Mimighoul monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So it's also just generic field spell surge. And also after that, we have Mako, reveal 2 flip monsters with different names in your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to special summon to your side of the field in face-down defense position, and you add the other to your hand. Then you can special summon one Mimighoul monster from your hand. And then if your opponent special summons a monster, you can target a face-down defense position monster your opponent controls, change it to face-up defense position. This is a pretty fun card, because if you just reveal 2 Mimighouls, you can then just add the other one to your hand, and then you can special summon it to your opponent's field. So, no matter what, you're giving them both, but it also can reveal any 2 flip monsters, which can do something, I think. What's his name? Fucking Deus Ex. Yeah, this guy. Could you do it? Actually, no way, there's a better card for that. Guard Dog. Here he is. Guard Dog. Guard Dog. Just better Deus Ex Crawler. Oh, and I lost connection. Fuck me. This is why I don't use Dueling Book for deck profiles. And the last new card in the archetype we have, Mimighoul Room. It special summons a Mimighoul monster to your field, or in face-down defense position to your opponent's field. Then you can change a face-up monster on the field to face-down defense position. Honestly, This is probably the best card in the archetype, not gonna lie. I should be playing much more of this. Because the biggest problem this deck has is that, yeah, sure, the interaction's cool and all, but if the first thing your opponent can do is just kind of out your board by just flipping the dragon face up, and then just clearing all 0 cards from their board, it does nothing. So being able to Mimighoul room in order to just go grab a, put the guy on the field, and then also have the ability to just Book of Moon a guy, so that they can just not special summon, not normal summon, sorry. It's alright, it's decent, it's decent. The more and more I see these cards, talk about these cards out loud, the more and more I realize how dogshit they are. Well, not gonna stop me. Alright, so what are we supposed to do with these cards that just don't really have a win con? Nothing! we just kind of let them foster for a bit. No, we're just gonna jam. No, better idea. We're just gonna jam him in Runick and pray that something happens. So, you know, other than that, we're just on, like, Vela, Ash, all the Runick spells. Should probably be on more Runick spells, should probably be on more Room. Anyway, here's the replay. Not actually dueling anyone in this one, this is just a test hand. But, who cares? We're gonna start off with the Terraforming in order to go grab out the copy of... Come on, hurry the fuck up. Oh my god, why the fuck does this take so long? Dungeon! We're then going to fire off that dungeon in order to go grab out the copy of Master, then we're going to normal summon the Master. After actually talking about the cards, I would suggest actually grabbing Dragon here and then going and grabbing Room, because Room is just such a better card, honestly. But that's just not going to affect us that much. Actually, no, it will. I do some stuff with Master, so, meh. Anyway, we're now going to summon Dragon to our opponent's side of the field. We are then going to swap out the field spells for Fountain. Then we're going to activate the tip, going to grab Freezing Curses. We're then going to Fountain, shuffle that back in order to draw a card. It's Archfiend, summon Archfiend to our opponent's side of the field. Then we're going to use the copy of Master, flipping over the copy of Archfiend. We will draw a card, and here our opponent will discard a card, but we can't physically make them do that. Then we get our copy of Archfiend back. We will then set the copy of Room, and is that it? Yep, that's it. That's the combo. So here we ended on Freezing Curses, Flashing Fire, Room, Master with Dragons out on the opponent's side of the field. Yeah, what a fucking solid deck. I'm so happy I spent like an hour trying to lab this shit. Anyway, time for the second build. So after labbing the Runick build and also realizing, oh, it's gonna need a second wave of actual good support in order to make this deck worth it, I went a little bit insane and brewed this. Now, what was my thought process for this? It's a very linear one-card combo that can be started with a field spell. The Horus cards can pitch Bridge of Salvation, which can search a field spell. Also, they can just set up extra points of interaction for our opponent to deal with. So, you know, it works. It doesn't. But anyway, here's the replay. Alright, our hand looks pretty slimy. We might be ending on Master Pass if we do not draw something good off this trade-in. And hey look, we drew like 2 of the best cards in the deck. Activate Terraforming, go grab the Imperial. We were then going to activate that in order to go grab out the Mseti. We are then going to have to put a card back, then we're going to Mseti, pitching that copy of Fusion in order to go grab Kingsark and then drawing a card. Then we get to draw another card off the Metal Foes Fusion. We are then going to just normal summon Master, add the Dragon. Why'd I add Dragon here? Oh yeah, to put it on the other side of the field. Alright, we're then going to... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, everything just happened at once. We're then going to pitch Bridge in order to put the, the last guy, Damutsif, in the grave. Then we're going to summon all 3 of these back, make the, this guy. We are then going to fire off this here copy of Mimighoul Maker. I want to hit fast forward because it makes it go faster and I don't have to sit here waiting for myself to look through fucking cards in the deck. But, like, I don't want to get fucking speed blitzed. We're then going to show them Cerberus and Archfiend. They are going to roll a free, which then gives them a copy of Cerberus. Pretty fucking bad, not gonna lie. And we get Archfiend, so that's alright. We are then going to flip up that copy of Cerberus. No, that was a misplay. We should have summoned Archfiend, then flipped up the Archfiend. Anyway, we're then going to get back that copy of Cerberus. We are then going to... I think Cerberus just lives on the end of the board. We're then going to use this copy of Kingsark in order to pitch that dungeon, in order to go search a mill the copy of Happy. Summon back Happy, overlay Happy, and Demetza for, I think it's Photon Lord here. No, Titanic, we already have the Photon Lord in field. Foolish Burial Goods gets activated here. I don't think I actually ended up sending anything off this, and I just retracted immediately afterwards. Because everything's pretty much already engraved. Oh my god, hurry the fuck up. Yeah, retract, put both our little goobers on the side of the field. Then we're going to activate the Reamer Bridge of Salvation in order to go search out Necro Valley. And also Zenith. You can't forget about Zenith. Activate Necro Valley, and that's the turn. This end build looks stronger, but it's also much less consistent. It's also just bad. I mean, hey, if they flip up the dragon, they'll also flip up the Archfiend as well, meaning I don't get my draw. Yay. So what have we learned today? TCG really needs to step up its game when it comes to designing archetypes. Make, like, Snake Eye 2. Make Snake Fang, honestly. Just make Snake Fang. Anyway, peace.